Hi guys, Dan Meyer here, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you catch more bluegills. You know, bluegills, they make awesome table fare, so people love to get out there and really get a bunch of them to have a nice fish fry. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So tip number 1 is, and this might sound pretty obvious, but it's fish lakes that are known for having a lot of bluegills in them. If you want to go out and catch a lot of bluegills, that's where you want to start. You want to find a lake that actually has a lot of bluegills in it. Now, tip number 2 is when you're choosing your bait, you want to choose bait that matches the natural forage in the lake. And for most lakes, that's going to be a bait that imitates insect larvae, which are, grubs. So waxworms work, in most lakes, or spikes. Those are usually go-to baits. But if you would like to see a list of my best baits for catching bluegills, just click on this link right up here, enter your details, and I will email you my top baits for catching bluegills, which pretty much work anywhere. So tip number 3 is find green weeds, and this is especially early season. The bluegills are going to be in the weed beds, so just find those green weed beds, and then the bluegills are going to be in there. Now you might have to look around, but they're going to be in those green weed beds. So tip number 4 is be mobile. Like I said, you want to find those green weed beds, and then you want to find where the school is in those weed beds. And then once you find it, what you're going to want to do is drill a whole bunch of holes in the area, because a lot of times, especially during the day, what will happen is you'll go to a hole, you'll fish a little bit, catch a few fish, that hole might cool down, move on to the next hole, catch a few fish, because there'll be fish, sitting below a lot of these holes in the weeds. So you catch those active fish, move to the next hole, catch a few more, and then a lot of times you can go back to the start and just rework all those holes and catch more fish. And then tip number 5 is take advantage of prime time. And the prime time is going to be in the evening when the sun starts to go down. Those bluegills are going to get active, they're going to start moving around, and they're going to be feeding. And during this time is when you can really put quite a few bluegills on the ice, and a lot of times you can get them out of the same hole. You don't need to move as much. You still might need to move to a few different holes, but you shouldn't need to move as much because they're going to be moving around and actively feeding. So make sure you click on this link right up here, get my top baits for fishing bluegills. They will really help you catch more fish. I hope this video helped you. If it did, do me a favor and hit the like button. Also, I'd love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do videos just like this to help you become a better fisherman and catch more fish. So I'll see you next time.